Welcome to day 4 of ZenTen this week. And we have one more pattern to go. We're going to fill these 2 sections in. And then tomorrow we will shade the whole thing and really bring it to life. So let's take a nice deep breath in and out. And I want you to get your pencil today. So pick up your pencil. We're going to draw a grid with our pencil. Yes, with our pencil in each section. So we're just kind of going to mimic this line, and these can be straight or curved. It really doesn't matter. We're just going to draw a grid, and this is going to be kind of a skinny grid, meaning we're going to have small areas. So you can add some lines in there. And then the other way, drawing a line. And this is just with our pencil. So I'm kind of going straight here, but whatever feels good to you, focusing on how the pencil feels to the paper. And it doesn't matter if you're using your tip or the side of this pencil for this pattern. We're just doing a grid. And you'll do that on both sections. So you can always turn your sketchbook or your tile or whatever you want to call it and do the same thing, creating a grid with your pencil very lightly. Breathing in and out. Now the pattern we're about to do, you don't need to draw a grid, but I find it a lot easier for this particular pattern. So actually that looks kind of cool just the way it is. But what we're going to do is we're going to do something very similar to what we did yesterday with Nekton. And this pattern is called Keeko. Keeko. In each of these squares, we're going to put our lines. Now we're shooting for 4, just like we did yesterday, but the difference is they're a little bit more organized, so straighter rather than going in all different directions. But we're going to alternate the directions. So if we're doing vertical here, we're going to go horizontal this way. Now, if you end up doing more than 4 lines, that's okay. But the difference between this and Nekton is that we're only going in 2 different directions. Where in Nekton, we went in several different directions. So we're just filling up each one of these sections, alternating the direction of our lines. And I wouldn't even worry about the number, because as you can see, I'm putting more numbers in here. So just think about filling up those squares or those sections, alternating vertical and horizontal lines in each one. Nice and slow and relaxed, letting go of the outcome, letting go of what it's supposed to look like, having faith that it's going to be gorgeous when we are done with it tomorrow. So when you start your next line, you'll do alternate. So if this is going that way, horizontally, we want to do underneath it vertically. And same with this one here. Right? And if you end up doing the same direction, no one's going to notice, no one's going to care. It's still going to look very cool. And that's why I love Zentangle, because no matter what happens, mistakes don't show up. And if they do, sometimes they look even better than what you originally planned. I think I've shared with you the story, one of many, but one story with when I drew my very first opus tile, which is 10.5-inch square Zentangle tiles, and this is a Zentangle tile that's 3.5 inch square. And so the very first pattern I did, I totally screwed it up. I mean, it was such a mess. And do you know, I get more compliments on that pattern than any others because it wasn't a mess. It just, compared to what I was trying to do, it was not, it was a mess. And there were a lot of mistakes too, which didn't show up. It just didn't show up because that's Zentangle lets you get away with anything you want. It's not about perfection. It's not about trying to make it look like something. It's just about relaxing into each stroke, calming down your mind so that your inner artist can be heard, and let that inner artist come out just by paying attention to what you feel like doing. That's all that intuition really is. Paying attention to your thoughts, your desires. So remember to focus on each stroke as you draw these lines. Each line is deliberate and on purpose. Each line is meaningful. I look at it as something is just being born. This line was just created. It really is meaningful. And yeah. Now, if you have been doing these ZenTens and you haven't taken any of my longer classes, you may want to do that. They're all on my website at rejuventangle.com. They also get posted on the Facebook page, which is Rejuventangle. And I do a lot of classes on Zoom. Every week I have classes on Zoom. You can actually watch some of the free classes I've done. The recordings are on the playlist. And then the paid classes, which are priced very affordable, those, when you take those classes, you get the recordings of those. So just focus on each stroke. Just focus on being in the moment right now. All that matters is what you're drawing. And when you're done with that section, you can move on to the other one. I like to start in the middle. I don't know why, I just do. If you have any questions or you want to make a comment, you are welcome to do that in the comments section below. I do read them and I do answer them. So as always, please remember to give this video a thumbs up. I really, really would appreciate that. Tomorrow we will be doing the shading, and then you will have the option, if you like, to post your completed tile on the Facebook page so everyone can see what everyone did. And that has been really, really successful and enjoyable to see all the postings there. All right, so if you haven't finished, keep doing it as long as you can. Relax, slowing down, and have a wonderful, lovely day, and I'll see you tomorrow.